All right, in this video, we're going to talk about how you can save hundreds of hours every single year by investing a little bit of time up front to create templates in Excel. Let's get started. All right, so something that I talk a lot about on this channel is taking a little bit of time up front to invest in creating a template or automation or a macro, because from an investing standpoint, it makes a lot of sense, or from a productivity standpoint, it makes a lot of sense for you to invest 15 minutes of extra time to build a template that can save you tens, if not hundreds of hours over the course of a year or over the course of your career. And so in this video, we're going to go ahead and jump into Excel, and I'm going to show you how to create a very, very basic template so that you can get an idea of how it works, and so that you can know how to set one up for yourself, and for you to really kind of get an idea of how you can utilize it for the work that you do, and utilize this information, this technology, in order to save you a massive amount of time in the future. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and let's jump into my screen, and I'll show you how to create a template in Excel. All right, here is how to set up your own template to save you a massive amount of time. So let's say you are downloading this report, and then this report on a daily basis. And the whole goal is to bring in the payment date and the payment amount into this report over here. So, every day you're manually inputting, some of these formulas to bring over some of that information, which doesn't take a whole lot of time, but if you're working with more advanced formulas or with bigger data sets, maybe it does actually take up quite a bit of time. And we just bring in our data over here, and this is good to go. Well, there's actually a better way of doing this where you only have to put in these formulas once for however long you're working with, or working on this process. So what we can do is, if we go ahead and ignore what we just did there, and we come into our two data sets, and we go to the insert tab, and we go tables. We go ahead and convert these into tables. Then what we can do is we can go ahead and bring in or put in those formulas once again. But now the formulas are going to be referencing the table data, which is what makes this much, much more powerful. So we'll change this to a 2. Gives us our short date. All right, so now these are converted into tables, and now we have, the same result. But the power of this is that when this data set grows, our formulas will grow along with it. And so let's go ahead and let's pretend like we're downloading another day's data. Let's say this is Monday, and let's look to download Wednesday's data. So let's go ahead and pretend like this doesn't exist. And let's come over to, let's also remove this data as well. Right, so you come into Wednesday, you would download Wednesday's data, you put it into your first table over here, and then you come over to other Wednesday's data, and then you put it into your template over here, or your table over here. And you can see we didn't have to input any new formulas. It went ahead and is pulling it from the other table automatically. And so now this is exactly how you could build your own template in order to only have to input a formula once and have it grow with your work and with your data set. So like if we hide this and we, rename this to, table 1, and then this can be just a template data, then we can, go ahead and reuse this template over time, right? Save as template for whatever process you're doing. And as you continue to add this data, right, over time, it will continue to bring in this data for you automatically, and it kind of just grows with it. So this is a very, very basic example of how to utilize this. But if you have processes where you're doing the same thing over and over again, or you're manually inputting formulas over and over again, using a template like this will save you massive amounts of time and make your data cleaner, lead to less mistakes, and just overall increases the quality of your work and drastically increases your productivity over the course of your career. So if you are not using these, I highly recommend that you give them a try and you implement them at your job, and that you go ahead and just experiment with this and see if there are any processes that you can improve with a function like this. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. And until then, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching this video. This channel is all about how to increase the amount of money you make at work by decreasing the amount of time you spend at work. And we do that by being value focused instead of time focused. So if that's something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. I post 2 videos every single week. And if you have any comments or questions about this video that you just watched right here, go ahead and comment down below and I'll be happy to answer it for you. And until then, I'll see you in my next video.